Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a guinea pig introduction video on Tokyo. So if you've seen my last video, you'll know that I was looking for a friend for Tilty who I got as a female on her own. So I started looking around trying to find a single female that was up for adoption that I could try and pair with Tilty. And so that's when I saw Tokyo. So the first thing I noticed about Tokyo was that she was kind of always in her little house that she had. This was before we'd adopted her. I noticed that she stayed in this little house all the time, wouldn't come out. And then they actually told us a bit about her backstory. So apparently Tokyo had a cage mate and they were both living in a hutch outside. They were a kid's pet, and sadly the kids, no longer were interested with her her and her cage mate anymore, which unfortunately is the common story for guinea pigs nowadays. And so we believe that with her cage being outside, some sort of predator, maybe a fox or a cat, had come up to the cage and caused the other guinea pigs to have a heart attack, because there was no other reasons really for it to have died. So we just assumed that might have been the case. After her cage mate had died, the dad of the kids basically just brought her in and was like, she needs to be with someone that's actually going to look after her. So he definitely did the right thing, but she has such a sad story nonetheless. So when we adopted her, we were planning on straight away bonding the girls, like the same day we adopted her, but she was so terrified that we actually decided against that. So we put her in her own cage, with a little house, let her settle down, have some food, drink, and then the next day we decided to do the bonding. So like I said, she did exactly the same thing in the enclosure at our house. She stayed in the little house, barely came out, only came out if no one was around. So she did eat, she did drink, but she was terrified, absolutely terrified. So the next day we put her and Tilty together, we did the bonding process, and that was pretty successful. And then we put them both in the new cage together. So it was actually really sweet to see, but Tokyo instantly started popcorning and looking so much more happy and alive than she'd been in the other place. It was an absolute change in personality. It was just so fast how quickly she became happy again, which really warmed my heart to see, because you kind of know that you've done a good thing then. Tilty was a little bit unsure. I mean, she wasn't unhappy. She was a bit like, I'm not sure about this. Not had a friend for a while, so this is a bit weird. So a couple days passed with them being together, and there was pretty much no signs of aggression. However, Tokyo being so she was just so nervous that whenever Tilty would kind of run around and bump into her or just be in her space, she'd be quite, not necessarily vicious, but she would nip her and make her run away. And this went on for a couple of days and they were settling in, but now she's so much more confident. She's a lot calmer. She'll be out if I'm in the room with her, and so this means that she's now less high-strung, she's less nervy when this means that she's less nervous when Tilty's running around her, and so now she just nudges her out of the way instead of nipping her. So that's really good. Because I was a bit worried at first that maybe if she keeps nipping her, that's a bit they weren't vicious nips, they weren't hurting her, but it must get a bit annoying for Tilty to keep getting nipped out of the bedroom sort of thing. But it's all settled down now and they're getting on really well. So from that, as you can probably tell, that Tokyo is actually the dominant guinea pig, which is understandable because she's actually older than Tilty. So when we went to adopt her, we were asking about the age, and apparently she's 3.5 years old. So she's a good age for a guinea pig, middle age I'd say. Whereas Tilty obviously is 6 to 7 months. So there's quite a big age gap, but I wasn't too worried about this because, as sad as it is, we were informed that when we adopted Tilty that because of her brain damage, we don't actually know how long she's going to live. But I just thought it'd be good if this one could get home anyway, because, it doesn't really matter, because either way, it's very unlikely 2 guinea pigs are going to go unless they get exactly the same illness at the same time. They're always going to be staggered. So, there was no point in us not taking a chance on her. Tokyo, like I said, she's honestly the most terrified guinea pig I've ever had, actually. She's really hard to catch. Like, she goes so fast to try and get away from you. She'll chatter her teeth. She's never, like, struck and tried to bite me myself, but some nervous guinea pigs can do that, so you might want to watch out for that if you guys have any nervous guinea pigs around. But when you actually have her in your hands, she's quite good. She does sit quite still, but it's probably out of fear. But she's quite darting, so like you've got to be very careful that you don't let go of her. You've always got to be hands on her at all times, even if she's just sat on you in case she darts off, because she's just so nervous. She's only just starting to take food out of my hands. She's still a bit unsure about like hand feeding, but we're slowly getting there, and I know it's going to be a slow process for her because she's had years of neglect and terror from other things. So Tokyo is a bit heavier than Tilty. She's around 1,050 grams, I'm going to say. So, I mean, again, she's a decent weight. She's heavier than what she looks like. She's actually very slim, a very slim guinea pig, probably the slimmest guinea pig I've ever actually had. But she seems healthy. She eats loads, so I think it must just be her body type. So I'm not too worried about that. But I'm obviously keep weighing them all the time anyway. One of the nice things about Tokyo is she has a really silky looking coat. She's so shiny, and glossy and beautiful. So she's a lovely black, white and cream colour, which I really like. I'm not too sure what her favourite foods are yet because, again, like, handling hasn't been too much. She's always had bits and bobs of what we've given them. Again, grass and dandelion, always the favourite for guinea pigs. So I hope everyone's enjoyed learning about Tokyo. She's our last guinea pig introduction at the minute. So hopefully I'm going to be starting doing some more care-related videos and other interesting videos about guinea pigs soon. Thanks everyone for watching, and hope to see you in my next one. Bye!